Sony's PlayStation VR is just what the fledgling virtual reality industry needs right now, but its long-term potential remains unclear. First off, it's the cheapest entry point to truly immersive VR that goes beyond what you can get with phone-based experiences like the Galaxy Gear. It starts at just $400, but you'll have to shell out $500 if you don't already have the PlayStation Move controllers and camera. And of course, the PSVR needs the PlayStation 4 to run, which goes for around $300 today. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but it's still far less than paying for a capable gaming PC and the $600 Oculus Rift or $800 HTC Vive. It's also the most comfortable and polished headset on the market right now. Instead of the cheap-looking head straps, it uses a single cushioned arm to secure itself to your head. There's just one wire coming off of the headset instead of the mess of cables from the Vive. With its clean lines and rounded design, the PSVR simply looks like a far more consumer-friendly product than either of its competitors. In the box, the core PSVR bundle comes with the headset, processing unit, headphones, demo disc, and all the required cables. Sony thankfully includes some easy-to-follow instructions for setting it up, but it'll still take a few minutes to get everything connected. If you don't already have the PlayStation camera and Move controllers, you'll also need a few minutes to get those connected with the $500 bundle. The processing unit connects to your PS4, and a small breakout box attaches from the front, which is where you connect the headset and headphones. While PSVR works better in a living room situation than the Rift or Vive, you'll still have to make room for the cables and be careful not to trip. Putting it on takes a bit of getting used to. It involves opening up the telescope portion of the lens and pulling back on the headband. There's a small dial that tightens it around your head. Naturally, the headset has plenty of padding around the face and nose. I had no trouble wearing it for hours at a time. It's even more comfortable than the Rift, even though it's 0.3 pounds heavier. Included in the box is a demo disc that gives you a taste of several VR experiences. It's a nice way to test the waters, but you'll definitely want to pick up some games eventually too. Sony is also offering Playroom VR, another batch of virtual experiences, as a free download. So how do games look in the PlayStation VR? Surprisingly good, it turns out. You won't mistake them for the smoother and sharper experiences from PC VR headsets, but Sony has managed to do a lot with the PlayStation 4's aging hardware. Arkham VR does a convincing job of making you feel like you're Batman, with detailed environments and impressive motion capturing using the Move controllers.
Impact. Calibrating targeting. Please use a batarang to hit the target.
This looks not safe for kids.
Res Infinite is a fully immersive spin on the classic Dreamcast game, and its simplistic graphics are well suited to the headset's limitations. PlayStation VR World has an assortment of experiences to try out, including taking on the role of a British gangster with some accurate shooting mechanics.
I'm holding a cigar, talking to an old dude. Dude is angry.
The PSVR displays games at 1080p at up to 120Hz across its OLED displays, while both the Vive and Rift offer a 2160 by 1200 combined resolution. That reduced resolution leads to a lot of jaggy lines and overall less realistic graphics, and it's even more pronounced in games that are rendered at even lower resolutions. A lower resolution version of what you're seeing also gets spit out to your TV. Sony's field of view is also lower at 100 degrees, compared to 110 degrees for the competitors. That makes things look more like you're looking through a pair of binoculars than actually being there. While the PSVR is clearly behind when it comes to tech, its wide variety of games clearly outshines the competition's. It has 31 launch titles to go, and a lot more on the way. That larger ecosystem, together with the lower price, makes the PSVR a much more compelling option to consumers. But it's still unclear if it's worth investing in it at this point. The PSVR's hardware won't age gracefully as newer VR headsets hit the market, and it'll likely get even cheaper next year when the PS4 Pro also goes down in price.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
If you have the money, PSVR is a decent way to scratch your virtual reality itch now. But it also feels a bit like the Sega CD, an expensive accessory with a limited lifespan that few people will buy.
Cat approved. Or rejected.